This is Belle Tress Bohemia in Mocha with Cream. Brand new out of the box. Still has the zigzag part. I show how to remove that in a different video. Always make sure your hands are very clean when you're working on your wigs. Keeps them cleaner longer. This is her curls. But I always come in new right out of the box and change those because I like to wear her either a different curl pattern or straight. So I section it off, pull it up out of my way. I always start at the bottom. If you do small, tiny sections, it's time consuming, yes, but you'll be much happier with the results because then she will be very nice and smooth, sometimes even smoother than she came out of the box. So I take one tiny section at a time. I am using, oops, tipping over everything. I'm using my Longe flat iron at 320 degrees. After I go through it, I come back with a fine tooth comb. And if I feel any tangles, I'll do it again. That one was nice and smooth. This tripod is nice. I can move it around with my feet. Is that on camera? Unless, and yes, you're going to get flyaways because that's what new wigs do. And you can add water to it. It's not going to hurt it one way or the other. I come in with my wide tooth comb first to get out any big tangles. Because even right out of the box, you can feel those tangles. Sometimes on that first pass, you won't have to go back up there again, but you might have to come over the bottom ends a second time. And when it comes completely smooth, that's when you know you've got it right and you move on. There you go. And then you go up and let down another section. And see how much longer she is from the curl that she comes with? Or I hope you can see that. And if you don't want to go all the way up here, you want to start a little farther out. That can give you a little fullness at the cap. And yes, it's still cold here, so I've got on my boots for house slippers. If you take your time and do it right and get all the tangles out the first time, then you can wear her more before you have to do her again. Now, if those flyaways are bothering you, just go in and spray them. It's not going to affect how you're straightening it. Did I move it too far away for you to see? You don't have to do it all in one day. You can do part of her, and if you get interrupted or you've got to go do something, come in and do it another time. When I get her all straightened out, I like her length and I like the way her layers are. So sometimes when I know that I'm going to change a wig when I get it, I don't look at the curl pattern when I'm buying it, but I look more at her her bones, her measurements, to see how can I change that when I get it home. If I come through that at the ends and there's still feels like tangles at the ends, I go through them again. Until I feel no tangles. Remember, she's brand new. She just came out of the box. So, like I said, sometimes they will come from the manufacturer still feeling like they have a tangle at the bottom. You can go a little slower when you get towards the ends. Sometimes that helps, so you don't have to pass over it 2 or 3 times. And see, I put my curling iron right there where my fingers are because helps me get up in there without fighting with the flyaways. So see, I put it in like this and then go up and clamp. And here's where we start running into some of her face framing layers or tapered ends. I like that about her. Bohemia, Belle Tress, Mocha with Cream. If you run into a tangle that you can't get it out with putting a lot of tension on it, just try to separate it as best you can and just cut it out. Because if you're trying to pull too much tension, you're going to make them snap up and crinkle. But when they're new like this, you shouldn't have to do that. So can you see her slight taper from the front to the back right there? Can you see the difference in that length? Here's the bottom. There's the curls. I'm going to take a break.